Good morning, Flosstube. It is Tuesday morning, June 12th, and I have an update for you of my progress on a couple of whips, and so excited to share some finished works that my daughter accomplished this summer before she leaves us for her new home. I wanted to show you her beautiful work. Then my favorite thing to do other than cross stitch, which is reading, I have an audiobook to share that I just finished and a craft book that came into my library that has the most delicate, beautiful cross stitch patterns and some embroidery as well. So we'll put the books at the end in case you're not interested in that. I don't have any stash, but I do have some whip progress and some sharing of my daughter's work, which is a delight for me. This summer has been way past busy for us. I think in my last video you heard my grandson in the background talking to us from his swing. They have been with us almost a month in between military assignments, but we'll only have them a few more days before they relocate. So we're getting in as much grandson love as we can, and it has made life quite busy and amazingly full. So that has been our June and half of May, and we are very blessed and grateful. So a lot of you know that I fell deeply in love with this little kit, which my husband just found on eBay, St. Paul's Cathedral in London. It is called the London Collection. The designer is Sheila Elliott, done by Landmark Enterprises. But this has been such a lovely, lovely stitch. And I'm planning to gift it to my son, who spent a lot of time in this beautiful cathedral when on a trip to London. So I want to show you my progress. You will see that I honestly have not worked on much else. Clouds and sky are finished. A lot or most of the dome is finished. I went on down to see how far down I was going to need to go, and this would be the bottom except for the section that says St. Paul's Cathedral. The design had left the clouds as negative space, and we decided that we wanted to put stitching in there. So all those clouds are stitched with the 2 threads over the Ada square, and I just like that better. Now, the interesting thing about this piece is that I have been stitching it in hand, and I have been using the sewing method. I hope I can keep this up on a lot of my pieces, and I'm very happy with my tension. I don't think it has messed with that. It is so much faster when you have these blocks of color. I have been amazed at how quickly this has worked up. And I looked to see how many of my favorite YouTubers actually stitch in hand, and there are several, so live and learn. I'm so excited. I know I've used this method before in the past, but something in my head just clicked and said, try the sewing method. So it worked beautifully on this, and I hope to finish this with that same method, and also makes it very portable so it goes to work with me. Then, because of Samantha on, oh, here we go again, Samantha, Crafting Between Stitches, one of my favorite YouTubers, who is in love with my coffee Quaker, and she's the one who did the pink conversion. She commented, I just still love your coffee Quaker, and I'm thinking I have not pulled it out. So because of Samantha, and because this needs to be finished, I pulled this back out the other night, and you will laugh when I show you the little bit of progress. You see the beginning of that little motif there, and it's going to go right down here, just a little bit. This is very small, 2 over 2, and this must be 36 count linen. But I will remind you of what I have so far on this. And I had another realization about this piece. and you will laugh with me. A lot of it is finished, so that is exciting. I'm merrily stitching away and putting the designer's initials. Where is the, oh, right here. So Beth, I've got your initials here on my piece. Ha! So that's going to have to be frogged. And I've got to find her alphabet within my mess. I know I have the rest of that chart to put my own initials. That shows what happens when you don't read the instructions carefully. But I still love this piece. It gets put away because I get frustrated with the small fabric. But I just need to get it done and framed because love the fabric, love the colors. Anyway, my blue conversion of Coffee Quaker. Now, my daughter's work, y'all, is just exquisite. And this is the pattern for the Christmas stocking she did for her new baby. It is Stony Creek collection, and it's called Shepherd's Sampler Stocking. And you can see a little bit of how beautiful that is. But when you see the real piece, oh my. I hope I can hold this up properly. It may take us a minute to see the whole piece, but I'm going to start at the top. Forgive me my awkwardness. So, how close can I get? This is the top of her piece, and we're just going to work our way down. When you get to these shepherds and you see the colors, and they're not even showing up as beautifully as they do in person. But look at the little lamb. Now, when you get to the sampler portion down here, are those colors not just exquisite? And I love her stitched lovingly by Mama. Just an heirloom for sure. This is the Luke passage about the birth of Jesus. For unto you is born this day a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. Look at the angel. Can you see the metallics in her halo and her little trumpet and those music notes? And that wing. So this is exquisite. And she does want to have this professionally finished as a Christmas stocking, probably with a dark green backing and some piping. I had to share that. It just is a breathtaking piece. And I know that it will be used every year for that sweet boy's Christmas. Then her other small piece, which she did for her husband's Father's Day, and I hope he will not see this before Father's Day, I doubt he even watches, is a Father's Day card. And this was a kit I found when Hobby Lobby did their clearance. And since it's his first Father's Day, we had to have this so that she can pull it out every year. So this is Happy Father's Day, done on perforated paper. And it's in the form of a card. This kit was an artiste from Hobby Lobby. So what a sweet remembrance for that new dad. Love that. Now, if you need to move on and do something else today, I'm going to do a short book plug and a little, not a flip through, but show you a few of the beautiful pieces in this new craft book. But let me first show you this audiobook. I love to read, but with the schedule I keep, audiobooks are my best friend right now. And I have worked through this series with so much interest. I do apologize for my lighting. Jacqueline Winspear, who writes the Maisie Dobbs series. This is one called A Dangerous Place. But if you enjoy vivid characters historical fiction. This is from the time of World War I, which I was ignorant of, a lot of that history. Rich descriptions of areas of the world in Europe in which that war took place. A mystery to be solved. This series is highly recommended. It has kept me working through the series as quickly as I could. And a librarian friend at work shares my love for Maisie Dobbs. Another friend who also used to work at our college got me started on these. Delightful to listen to. The narrator is Orla Cassidy. She does the most amazing British as well as Irish and Scottish accents. You feel that you are there and she is telling you the story. But you would want to begin at the very beginning, and the first one is called Maisie Dobbs. M-A-I-S-I-E and then D-O-B-B-S. But I highly recommend Maisie and Ms. Winspear's writing. Just delightful. As I was working in my library last week, I stumbled on this relatively new book called Sweet Stitches from the Heart. And let's see, there are 3 contributors, and it looks like they're all French. So I'm not sure I should try to pronounce those. Let me get as close to the camera as I can. Maybe you can see their names. But this was published by Potter Craft. That is the publisher. She has embroidery as well as cross stitch in here. And I've never seen lately such delicate, beautiful designs. And these are very small and I believe would work up very quickly. Let me just give you a few glimpses of the projects. This is a cross stitch heart, which of course you could do in your own color palette. There are some beautiful designs that would be perfect for wedding or engagement. These are Cupid, and you see she has the embroidery on one side and then the cross stitch on the other. Isn't that the sweetest little sewing kit? Then I think this is one of my favorite pages. Look at the teddy bear sampler. Can you see that? This filming is making you dizzy. I'm so sorry. Choose the child's room's color. Do the little teddy sampler. And over here, the teddy bears counting. And the graph for this goes all the way up to 10. With some delightful animals. I would do that as one piece, I believe, and frame it for a child's room. A lovely bag, and this is a botanical design. Look at the detail and how delicate. Love that. And then the cherry blossoms. They're actually calling those pear blossoms, excuse me. But what a sweet little gift piece. The graphs are done in color, so that makes it easy to read. I think this is one of my favorites as well. 2 sheep and a pig jumping rope. If that is not the most adorable thing I've ever seen. There is also a design where I believe the pig is jumping. No pig in the design. Maybe sheep jumping rope with a rabbit. 2 rabbits throwing the rope and then the sheep jumping in the middle. And then let me quickly show you the last one here. She has some tea designs and some beautiful French word designs. Well, where did it go? Okay, this is going to be hard to see, but she takes the French words and makes them into magnets. I'm sorry, that's so blurry. It looks very simple, but when you look at this book, closely and you look at the designs, you will, on the graphs, you will see how beautifully done they are. So I highly recommend this if you're looking for some small, simple designs for gifts or for your home. And I know there is another one I wanted. Oh, it was the teddies together. She has a Goldilocks and the Three Bears design. And she also has teddy bears from around the world. And I cannot find a picture of those. Okay, here we are. I didn't want to show you the graph. So here are the traveling teddies. But she has several countries. Look at that. And then there we see the three bears going to Goldilocks' house. But there are a lot more, so sorry guys, there are a lot more adorable teddy bear designs included if that is something you enjoy. And the embroidery to accompany in case that's something you enjoy. So here are the beds in Goldilocks' house. I mean, if you have littles in your life, this would be delightful. So there are the three bears again. So lots of eye candy and a lot of fun projects that I think we could whip up pretty quickly. I will show you the cover one more time in case you're interested. Sweet Stitches from the Heart. And I guess it would help if I showed you what's on the cover. Gives you more ideas of what she suggested. But I love to share when I find a book like that. So plans for the next few weeks. I would like to continue motifs on the Coffee Quaker. That would be a fabulous summer finish. And then I will definitely be finishing my London collection, St. Paul's Cathedral. At that point, I will also pull back out my hedgehogs, which got put away for the cathedral, and my apples, both of which are Riolis kits. And then, I don't know, there's so many projects that came out for Mania that got put back up, so we'll see what I choose. I definitely have diagnosed myself with start-itis, so I need now to develop some finish-itis, and that's got to come because I need to move through some of these projects. So many things to stitch, so little time. Enjoy the middle of your June. I hope it's cooler where you are or that you can get in out of the heat. And I hope to be back very soon with more progress. Never know, maybe a little stash. And I wish you happy, happy stitching. Come back to see me soon. And thank you for giving me time today. Subscribe if you have not. Check me out on Instagram, Magnolia Nana. And keep making videos. I'm loving watching you. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye for now.